Have you ever found yourself wondering why the same situations keep repeating in your life, no matter how hard you try to change things? You may have spent hours meditating or reflecting, trying to push through the mental fog, only to find that the same patterns keep coming back. It's frustrating, right? Like something deeper is driving your thoughts, steering you toward the same experiences again and again. My goal for you in this video is to help you understand how the beliefs you hold, especially the ones operating unconsciously, are the foundation of your thoughts, and how those thoughts shape the reality you experience. By watching, you'll gain a deeper understanding of why certain patterns repeat in your life, how fear-based beliefs might be keeping you stuck, and what becomes possible when your beliefs shift toward love and empowerment. At the core of these repeating patterns are our beliefs, particularly those that reside in the subconscious and unconscious. From the time we are born, we absorb information from the world around us, creating belief systems that guide us through life. Many of these beliefs are formed so early and so subtly that we're often unaware of their influence. And because they exist below the surface, we don't always see how they are shaping the way we think, feel, and act. Beliefs also create emotional imprints in the body, stored in our nervous system. These imprints influence how we react emotionally to situations, often causing us to repeat the same emotional responses even when we consciously want to change. Whether it's a feeling of anxiety, fear, or unworthiness, these emotional reactions are deeply linked to the beliefs we hold, creating a cycle of thought, feeling, and behavior that can be hard to break. Consider a belief you might have had as a child, something as simple as "I'm not good enough" or "the world is a dangerous place." Even if you don't consciously believe those things now, those subconscious beliefs could still be shaping your thoughts and choices in ways you didn't realize. They create the lens through which you see yourself, others, and the world. And that lens influences everything. Our belief systems are like the operating system for our mind. They dictate the kinds of thoughts that naturally come to us. For instance, if you carry a belief that "I must work hard to be loved," you might find yourself constantly overthinking, pushing yourself to the limit, and never feeling like you've done enough. That belief sets off a chain reaction of thoughts, many of which fuel actions and behaviors that reinforce that original belief. It's a cycle, and often it's one that runs in the background of our consciousness. What's interesting is that these thoughts aren't just random. They're consistent with the beliefs that underpin them. If we hold fear-based beliefs, our thoughts will often mirror those fears. On the other hand, if we nurture love-based beliefs, our thoughts will be more aligned with compassion, trust, and openness. The connection between belief and thought is direct and powerful, and it can be a key to unlocking deeper understanding of why we think and act the way we do. Beliefs can generally be divided into two categories, those based on fear and those based on love. Fear-based beliefs tend to come from a place of scarcity, insecurity, or past trauma. They lead to thoughts that are often defensive, critical, or full of self-doubt. They can also make us focus on what we're lacking or on the potential dangers in a situation rather than on possibilities. Fear-based beliefs not only influence but also trigger automatic emotional reactions in the nervous system, keeping us stuck in survival mode. This can cause our bodies to stay on high alert, reinforcing the same emotional and physical responses to situations that feel threatening. Love-based beliefs, on the other hand, are rooted in abundance, trust, and acceptance. They inspire thoughts that are nurturing, expansive, and more aligned with our higher selves. These beliefs encourage us to focus on what's possible, what's good, and what can grow from a situation, no matter how challenging it seems. When our beliefs lean towards fear, we get stuck in a loop of negative, limiting thoughts. But when we shift towards love-based beliefs, the thoughts that arise are empowering. It's as if a whole new reality opens up, a reality where more is possible and where we have the power to change the way we experience life. Our thoughts act as the bridge between belief and reality. The thoughts we entertain most frequently start to shape the way we see and interpret the world. If you constantly think, "I'm not capable of handling this," you'll likely act in ways that confirm that belief, perhaps procrastinating, avoiding difficult tasks, or shrinking back from opportunities. On the other hand, if you think, "I'm learning and growing every day," you'll be more open to challenges, more resilient when things don't go your way, and more capable of navigating the ups and downs of life. These thought patterns are not just mental, but also emotional, driven by the nervous system's response to the beliefs we hold. When we believe something negative, our nervous system reacts accordingly, reinforcing feelings of fear or anxiety. When we hold empowering beliefs, the nervous system relaxes, allowing us to experience more positive emotions and behaviors. Thoughts, when repeated often enough, begin to influence not only how we feel, but also how we behave. And our behavior, in turn, shapes our reality. So when we talk about thoughts creating reality, it's really the process of belief influencing thought, thought guiding behavior, and behavior shaping the outcomes we experience. It's a powerful feedback loop that often goes unnoticed because it feels so natural. If you want to change your external reality, the most effective place to start is with your beliefs. Shifting the thoughts alone is like trimming the leaves off a plant. The roots are still there, and the same thoughts will keep coming back. The real work lies in addressing and shifting those deep-seated beliefs, particularly the ones that operate unconsciously. When we shift core beliefs, we're also calming and retraining our nervous system. This is where real change happens, not just in the mind, but in the body as well. By shifting those emotional imprints and the nervous system's response, we can create lasting change that goes beyond surface level thinking. This is often why people find that surface level affirmations or mindset changes don't always stick, because they're addressing the thoughts without getting to the underlying belief system. When we start to change our core beliefs, particularly those based on fear, everything else begins to shift naturally. Our thoughts become more aligned with love and possibility, and our external reality starts to reflect that shift. Imagine a life where your thoughts aren't constantly filled with self-doubt, fear, or criticism. Instead, they're rooted in trust, confidence, and love. This doesn't mean everything is perfect, but it means your inner landscape is fertile ground for growth, change, and new experiences. By nurturing empowering beliefs, you create the mental and emotional space for thoughts that lead to more fulfilling outcomes. And when your thoughts shift, so does your reality, because you start to see opportunities, solutions, and possibilities where before there were only obstacles. By addressing both mental and emotional imprints in the nervous system, empowering thoughts lead to empowering actions, and those actions build the reality you want to experience. It's a gradual process, but it's one that begins with the understanding that our beliefs are the foundation of everything. By addressing these core beliefs, we can begin to rewrite the patterns that shape our thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately our lives. It all starts within. The patterns we see in our external lives are reflections of the beliefs and thoughts we hold. When we choose to become conscious of these beliefs, particularly the ones that operate unconsciously, we open up the possibility for a real, lasting change. Shifting core beliefs is like opening a door to a new reality, one where we have the power to create experiences that align with our deepest desires and highest selves. If you're looking to dive deeper into shifting those core beliefs and rewiring your thought patterns and nervous system responses, the Art of Inner Mapping in the Inner Foundation series can help guide you through the process of understanding and transforming the beliefs that shape your reality.